What's up, people? It's another edition of the New Breed Podcast, the world's best quasi-new metal podcast from two dudes who are really there. I'm one half of your hosting duo, Jay Horsecow. With me, I got my partner in crime, the notorious TIM, Tim Henson Jr. Tim, how's it going?
Great.
All
Doing
right,
great.
we are ready. We are locked in. We are ready to go. No spoilers. No spoilers for Long Legs. No spoilers. So
None.
this week, we're doing our albums of the month for August. So I think I'm going to start this episode off, Tim, with the disclaimer. We are recording this on August 28th. We know that there is an additional Friday. We know that the new Nails album comes out in 2 days, and the Throne album comes out in 2 days.
Yes,
So
sir.
the disclaimer we're going to put on this episode is Tim and I both know it's going to go on. It would have gone on. We both know they're going to be awesome, and we reserve the right to discuss them in the September episode after we've gotten a chance to listen.
Absolutely. I
So
mean,
that
I've heard half of the Throne record. I already know it's going to be great.
uh,
So
I have listened to that. I actually looked at my plays. I have listened to that more than almost anything I've picked up this year.
yeah, it's that good. So
So
we're
good.
adding it in.
And the fact that the songs are only like 2.5 minutes, perfect,
Yep.
perfect,
Love it.
perfect. All right, Tim. So I have one new album for August. I have two albums that I went back and revisited that I want to talk a little bit about, and then I have a whole bunch of singles. So I'm just gonna throw out my album for August. I'm sure it's on your list. It's Anyo by Memridge.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean,
shout
what
out to
else?
Gary. Um, this is every album he does is a little bit different. This album is truly him bringing forward the aggression of Slipknot with some of the sound of Korn. Um, but then he throws into stuff where you're like, it's kind of like a death metal flourish right there. There's kind of a little bit of some moshy bits there. I don't know how Gary does it. He is like a never-ending fountain of ideas.
Yeah,
And oh my God, you want to talk about prolific. He's always putting stuff out. But I really, really like this album.
yeah. I mean, we were lucky enough to hear it like a month in advance, which is cool. But like this record, when I put it on and was like, when I put it on and I had it like legit in my phone, like Apple Music, I was like, dude, this record, man, he seriously outdid himself on this one. The songs are they just flow so good, and the recording's great. The songs are just he just does certain shit that nobody else does, and I love that about it. We're gonna talk about it September 11th when he comes on. So
Yeah, we're having him on to talk about it. But I am never not impressed. I thought
yeah,
the singles that he put out were trending in a more aggressive direction, so I was real curious what the album would go. Jesus, a long day. He nails it. Like he nails it in a way
definitely.
where, and another thing I noticed, if you go into Bandcamp and you look at the credits of this album, right? He had a shit ton of features and collaborations. He had, Doug, who we've had on the show, doing some turntables. He had a whole bunch of different people doing vocals, cleans, female vocals, some different instrument stuff. It never felt to me, it never felt overwhelming. I
No,
didn't know all that stuff was on the album beforehand. And after going and looking at the credits, I was like, well, I guess it makes sense. But Gary, I don't know, Gary weaves it in a way where it never feels like there's too much going on, which some bands do. There are some bands where you're like, oh, like I know Slipknot gave people delusions of grandeur that what do you mean I got to mic up sound guy, right? What do you mean I got to mic up nine fucking dudes? Sometimes it can be a little much. I think Gary treads that line very well, where he's not too. It's not too much, but it's not too like blasé.
yeah. What do you mean? I got a mic up a keg? Fuck is wrong with you?
Again, I always joke like a fucking well, the Birch Hill in Jersey, Slipknot playing the Birch Hill. Can you imagine that poor sound guy's like, what do you mean? I need four microphones. I have nine dudes on stage. I got to mic up, and then I got to mic up a beer keg. Like what? Yeah,
Yeah, huh?
yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Tim.
that's like part of your career where you're just like, okay, I've hit it, and then
It,
Mushroom Head plays the next week, and you got to do it again.
yeah, and you're probably sitting there going, all right, so this one's going to the record books. Like this is one I will never forget. Like I mic'd up a fucking I mic'd up a fucking keg of Beast Ice. Uh Tim,
Nice.
what's yours?
Well, I just want to start by saying I have not one EP this month. Not
Oh,
one good
really?
EP came out. I don't even think an EP came out that was even worth checking out, honestly.
This was a very slow month.
It
So
was. It
we've talked
was.
about this on the show. Tim and I have a message group with a bunch of other guys who've also been on the show, and we're always talking about new releases and new music. And the running gag is every Friday morning, Tim posts everything that comes out so we can keep track. the last couple Fridays have been anemic.
It's been really slow. Like even I was like the one Friday I was like, yeah, nothing came out that's worth checking out.
Yeah, right.
Not even wasting my time. Yeah, it's like funny because like when I get to work in the morning at 6 a.m. and I'm like, all right, let me look through the new releases before anyone comes in so I know what I can listen to during the day. And I'm like, dude, nothing came out.
There
Okay.
was, yeah, there
And then the
was
next
something I
week it
thought
was
snuck
like
under.
boom,
Hold
boom,
on.
boom. But
Well, I think from here on out, starting with this Friday, Black Dahlia's in September.
yeah.
I just saw Kane Hill's doing an album in October. We got
Ooh.
156 Silence. There's a whole bunch of shit coming out. A
Yeah,
whole bunch.
the rest of the year's looking good, man. So let's start with some singles here.
Okay.
How many you got?
I have a one, two, three, four.
All right, I have seven. So let's just get the one out of the bag here. The new Manson singles are amazing.
Yes.
He. I don't care what anyone says. So, that time he took off, and the time that he was getting killed by the media, and I don't know, people saying he did this and that. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's whatever. I don't care. I'm not
Hmm.
putting that into the perspective here, but that break must have did something to him because these songs are straight out of Mechanical Animals. They're fucking so good, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He sounds great. And if you go and you look at some of the live video that's coming out of him and his support run with, he's direct support of Five Finger Death Punch. God help him. He sounds good. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't sound, his voice doesn't sound tired. He doesn't sound burnt. It actually sounds really good.
Yeah, and I mean if you read the lyrics to the songs, you know exactly what he's talking about.
Hmm.
It's a big fuck you to whoever, and it's like I get it, man. It's like you get dragged through the mud and it sucks. I mean,
Hmm.
who knows if he really did the shit? That's not me to fucking to say or not say, but what are you gonna do? The songs are great. I mean, Reba's playing guitar now, which people are in a fucking uproar.
Which I don't understand why.
Well, you're playing guitar for a woman hater, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, she made her own decision here, and me and Jay been talking. Fuck it, who cares? Nobody's gonna listen to this and be like,
I
oh,
mean,
they said this, dude. Did Code Orange break up? She's a musician. Let her do whatever the fuck she wants.
I mean, everybody. So one of the great things about being an American, right? Rocky is one of our cultural touchstone movies. Everybody loves a comeback story. Everybody loves a comeback story. And here's a dude who's got a checkered past and an interesting history, and he probably did some shady shit. I mean, he did a lot of drugs. Drugs and shady shit go hand in hand. But it seems like now he's gotten his shit together and he's turning out music, which is what us fans want to hear. Well, I'll give it a go, and it's not bad.
Here's the thing, though. In his book, he straight told you he did fucked up. He did fucked up shit.
Right,
Well, like,
right.
are you surprised when you hear this shit? No. But here's the thing. A lot of the musicians that people idolize are do fucked up shit.
The old saying, never meet your idols because they will
Yeah.
do nothing but disappoint you, right? And I'm gonna say you and I get kind of lucky, knock on wood. Most of the bands, I'd say 99% of the people we've interviewed for this show have all been great and fun and people that we want to continue talking to and have back on the show. I
Yeah.
think I could maybe rattle off one or two people where it's like, yeah, I wouldn't have that person on again because it just didn't work.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'll straight come out and say it. When I did Ill Street, we did over 200 interviews. I talked to maybe two people from that whole generation of interviews I did. New Breed, I talked to a lot of fucking people.
Yes, yes.
It just shows you right there the character of people you get into when you change genres and shit like that. So
Yeah. Well, you got to be a little bit you got to be a little bit interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, no hit on anyone there. It's whatever. But I talked to way more people doing this, so
Yeah.
I appreciate that shit. But yeah, back to Manson. Them singles are great. I don't care what anyone says. I can't wait for a new record. If it sounds all like this, it's going to be hard to top for me as a comeback record or anything like that.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, I thought the first song was great, but the Raise the Red Flag song was it just even better for me. I couldn't believe how good it was. It's
Yeah.
just great riffing. I mean, just it great lyrics. The song
Not
flow is great.
I think you nailed it when you said mechanical animals as a metaphor as an analogy
Yeah,
because it's not as abrasive or as aggressive as Antichrist was. It doesn't even go back to the old days of Portrait, which by the way that album I argue still holds up really well. It's
yeah.
definitely right in that mechanical animals, a little bit of Holy Wood sound. But I thought it was great.
I
That was
love it.
great.
Yeah. Definitely love it. E-Town Concrete, Written in the Scars.
Yeah, dude. They played it live. And you look at the videos of them touring and playing California. It's like not, it's straight out of the early aughts. It's like no
Yeah,
time has passed. They
love it.
picked up right where they left off.
Absolutely love that fucking band. They're not new metal. Fuck you. Um, Ginger, Someone's Daughter. People fucking despise that band. I don't get why. They're so fucking talented, man. If you just go and watch some of their in studio videos, that drummer, the bassist, the whole band is just so fucking talented. It absolutely amazes me when people say they suck. It's like, what? What are you listening to? They're some of the most technically sound musicians I've
Yeah.
ever heard. Her voice, the way she goes from high to lows, and singing to screaming is fucking second to none, dude.
Yeah.
The woman is so talented. See, I think people hate talent in music. They hate when people are so talented that it makes them want to put their instruments down. That's one of them bands. I don't know how familiar you are with Ginger, but goddamn, they're so fucking
It,
good.
Look, it's not my thing in the sense of I don't. It's one of those bands where I don't actively seek it out. But if
Yeah,
it comes on during a shuffle, I don't go, "Oh my God, this is terrible," and turn it
yeah.
off.
No, they're dude. I'm gonna send you a video tonight when you watch it whenever. It's an in studio video. Them, dude, it's fucking
Okay.
incredible. Dude, they're so
Okay.
good. One of the most talented bands out right now. I can't wait for that new record. You want me to just keep going?
Yeah, because I've only got a handful. So yeah, you keep going.
Devin Townsend put out a song called Power Nerd. I
Power
don't.
nerd.
Devin Townsend is like he's like Gary in a sense where the dude just has so many ideas and so many riffs and so many just projects. The dude never stops.
Mhm.
He never fucking stops. He gets weird as he gets older. He gets weirder, I mean, as he gets older. But this record, man, I don't know what to really call it. It's heavy, but it's not strapping heavy. It's not deconstruction heavy. It's just solid heavy stuff, man. I think Jamie Jost is on the track. I don't know why. It's a weird mix, but the song's
Speaking of
great.
strapping, I went back and listened to City the other day because it just for whatever reason, Velvet Kevorkian was in my head.
Yeah.
What a fucking great album!
So good.
Like, and it literally is moving so fast. It's one of those albums where you keep waiting for the wheels to come flying off because it's going so hard, so fast, nonstop that you're like, there's no way that he keeps this up, and he does.
Yeah, he's a modern day genius in songwriting. Just
Yeah,
I love that dude. He is there's like three people I want to get on this show, and he's one of them that I will be super happy with if we ever stopped. It's him, obviously Chino, and I want to get what's his name that did all the hardcore records in the '90s. I just forget his fucking name.
Don Fury.
No, all like the late aughts like metalcore records and hardcore records. Um, who the fuck is his
Not
name?
Will Yip.
No, not
Al,
Yippee.
Alan Duchess.
No, Duchess is a mastering guy. The dude who Alan pretty much mastered every record this dude did. I'm pretty sure he's like a Jersey
I'm drawing
guy.
a blank.
He's a Jersey, old school
Eric
Jersey guy.
Rachel.
No, that would be cool though. Let's go back to it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
think.
we'll come back to it. Okay, so while you're thinking, I got a couple singles. Um, First single I got, this came out in June, but I didn't know who this band was. So shout out to Orion for introducing me. Body Web from the UK, that Pull the Plug song. I might actually reach out and try and get them on. We're going to work out the time differences. I really like that shit. Not only the single, but they did an album in 23 that was really good.
Yeah, I listened to that as well, and I was like, "Yo, this is really good."
Had I kind of stopped going, how did I miss this?
Yeah, I
Right?
was the same way. Like, yo, this is really good, man. Do me a
I
favor. This just bother me. Look up who recorded um for those who were crucified by All Out War. I'm pretty sure he did that record. He might even have did Hate Breeds for the Death of, from or Satisfaction. I mean,
hold on.
as soon as you see the name, you're gonna be like, oh,
I know
okay.
you. Yeah. No, that's not helping. Discogs. Let's see here.
It's probably on Discogs. As soon as you see the name, you're gonna be like, oh,
Steve Evans.
Steve Evans. There you go.
That's who you want. Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk to him because he pretty much did like 10 of my 20th favorites records. You know what I
My
mean?
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
Dude,
Jesus.
read off his disc. I know this is going way off the path, but read his
Oh
discography
my
off.
God. He did a whole bunch of incantation, vision starting in 91, 92. He did the white meat 7 inch from Dead Guy.
Yeah,
Uh Next. Oh my God, there's 550 rows in here. Dead Guy, Lifetime.
yeah.
Uh he did Fixation on a Coworker. He did MOD. He did it's a bunch of stuff that we wouldn't know. Back to Vision, Back to Lifetime, Buzzkill, Whiplash, Symphony X. He did Satisfaction of the Desire. He did Progression Through Unlearning. He
Yep.
did the Dillinger Escape Plan EP. He did Ensign. He did A Violent World Tribute to the Misfits, By the Grace of God. Um,
He did the Buried Alive.
Anchor by Turmoil. He did Under the Running Board. He did, oh, geez, he did Time to Shine, For Those
Yep.
Who Were Crucified, Drowning Man, Floor Punch,
I mean,
Kid
come on, dude.
Dynamite, Cause for Alarm. God, I'm only on like the third page. Saves the Day.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
He did Amen.
Yeah.
What else do we got here?
Do you see
Buried
why I want to
Alive,
talk to this dude now?
One for One. Jeez.
Dude, it's a never ending list of
He
great
did Reject
records.
the Sickness. He did Disciple. He did Spitfire. He did The Process of by Turmoil. Everything you all ever wanted to know about Silence.
There you
God,
go.
Slither. We can't find this dude. We got to find this dude.
One
Nation.
of my top three people I want to talk to.
Misfits. Cuts from the Crypt. He did Ironies of Dead Scene, Symphony X, Skin Lab,
Which Skin Lab is it?
Revolting
Disembody?
Room.
Oh, Revolting Room. Okay. Yeah, the
Kid
dude's
with
done so much shit. I
Kid
mean,
with the
it's
Man Head. I've never heard of that band before. Discordance Axis.
hit his.
He did a Static Lullaby. Do you remember that band on Ferret?
Yeah,
They had
great
two
band.
good songs, and those two songs were so fucking good. It completely covered the rest of the album. He did The Cure, End of the World,
Yep.
that song. Which by the way, that self-titled album that Ross Robinson did is so terribly, terribly underrated. He did Gone Forever by God Forbid. I
Yep.
wish that album would be Gone Forever. God.
Crazy talk.
Story of the Year, Saves the Day, Catch 22. He did The Big Dirty by Every Time I Die. The Used,
You see what I mean now? The
number
dude is
12.
just
Number
prolific
12 looks
shit.
like you. Vanna. He did The Tropic Rock by Poison the Well. He did Comeback Kid, Suicide Silence. Jeez. Yeah, we got to get this guy on.
Yeah, he's done so much shit in this scene, man. It's just crazy.
And I'm only at halfway through all these
Y-
rows.
Yeah, we're gonna do an episode about that, but we're gonna
Yeah.
try and get him on first.
Okay, so back to reality here. So we just talked about Body Web. Um, Victims from Chicago.
And
They did a single
Paleface.
snuff tape with Zelly
Yep.
from Paleface. I really like Victims. They were the opener for the Paleface headline tour that they did, and I didn't really know who they were, but I thought they were fantastic. Kind of like a more moshy, less deathcore Body Snatcher is how I would describe it.
Yeah, drummer's really good. Yeah, really
Yes,
good band.
yes. This song is great. They just announced a tour. They're not coming to Philly, but they're going out with Oshino and To the Grave,
Oh, okay.
which is a pretty good lineup. And the last single I got, which just came out the other day, Sieg, is it Sieg Mentality? What's the name of the Sight Mentality by the band Pint Glass from the UK. Again, Zelly from
Yeah.
Paleface. We're gonna do a reaction vid to this video when we're done here. I it's bonkers. It's just bonkers.
I
I don't know
remember that candy.
yes, yes.
That's
I
how
don't know
old
how
they
to
are.
yeah, right. I don't know how to describe, but it's completely insane and it's worth a listen.
Can't wait to check it out. A couple more singles. Fanagram put out two singles. They released.
No, oh shit, I didn't know that.
They announced a new record for October. Can't wait for that. And then Burton C. Bell put out another single called Technical Exorcism. I love the songs he's doing, but dude, give up the Fear Factory thing, man. Both songs he's talking about how he's glad he got away from it and fuck Burton or fuck Dino, blah blah
Dino.
blah blah blah. It's like, dude, enough already. We get it. Now put out a record of good stuff and stop talking about it because no one
Right. If you
cares.
put out a record of good shit, nobody's gonna care, but also it's time to move on. Yep.
Yeah, move the fuck on, dude. Like both songs are like I got away from the machine and okay, dude. We get it, man. You wouldn't have a
Okay.
career without that band. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
fucking honest here, dude. That band made you. So appreciate what you had and call it a fucking day, dude. That's enough. But yeah, full length, I have 15. So
Jesus, I just had memorage. So let's go through your list, and then I've got two. I got two I want to throw back to.
all
So
right,
start it off, Tim.
I'll go through them as quick as possible here.
Nah, take your time. We're in a rush.
Mushroom Head, Call the Devil. Well, everybody knows that listen to this. I love that fucking band. The record before this, I was like, yeah, not bad. Record before that, I was like, "Ugh, what the fuck? I thought that was their downfall, but
Mm-hmm.
this record, they came back to form. This reminds me of their older stuff. I fucking absolutely love this record. Yeah, there's some quirky bullshit on it, but that's they always do the quirky songs here or there. But this record is heavy. It sounds like they're energized, and I fucking love it. The first song just slaps. I'll use that word because everybody uses it. I hate that word, but it fucking the one of the funniest things I ever heard is somebody said a song slaps harder than their uncle, and I fucking that's the funniest thing I ever heard.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so I never used that word. I don't know why I did, but we'll go with it. Um, Number two, Dark Tranquility with End Time Signals. You know what you're getting with that band. They never go away from what they write and how they or what they put out. It just sounds like Dark Tranquility. You either love it or you hate it. I love that fucking band. Um, let's go a little hip hop here. Benny the Butcher with Summertime Butch. The dude is just one of the best MCs out right now. Best rappers, whatever you want to call them. Um, if you don't know who Benny the Butcher is and you listen to hip hop, you're fucking out of your mind. Stop
Mm-hmm.
this right now and go listen to that record. It's great. Amberlin with Vega. Old, not pop punk, maybe pop punk, but they've
Anne
definitely,
Berlin, right? Anne Berlin?
yeah, their first
Okay.
couple records were definitely in that pop punkish rock, thing going on back in the day of 2006, 2008.
Mm-hmm.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about. The
Mm-hmm.
new record has some electronic feel in it, and the songs are they're just very well written. It kind of reminds me of a No Devotion feel, but not as like electronic-y, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
It's like rock with a No Devotion feel to it. I don't think they're going for that. It's just who I could compare it to. So you already know what that's going to sound like.
Right, right.
Number five was Memorage. We already talked about that. Number six, Spectral Wound with Songs of Blood and Mire. That band is just so fucking good. That is one. If you like black metal that just beats the shit out of you the entire time, there's your record right there. I can't believe you did not say this record. Trench Between
I
Inverted Worlds.
I've only heard snippets of it because I didn't want to add it because I've only heard snippets.
Dude, that
I haven't
record
had a
is
chance to sit down and
killer,
listen
dude.
yet.
Killer fucking record, man. I was listening to that in the gym benching one day, and I got done my set, and I sat up and was like, "Holy fuck, this is heavy." Like I'm one of them people. I don't really listen to heavy shit in the gym. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I need my heavy shit." I for some reason I like either hip hop or like just like rock stuff in the gym. But I just put it on one day. I was like, "Yo, this record is so fucking heavy." They definitely killed it, man. It sounds like the old record, but there's some like added stuff in there where it's like they definitely like matured their sound a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna really like that record.
Okay.
This was a surprise release from me. This is one of my favorite bands ever. My Fictions with Touch of Glass. I don't know where this record came from. Um, Screamo band from like the Massachusetts, Boston area. They are they put out a record in like 2014 that apps I heard it on a comp and then I got the record. Absolutely blew me away. Really, really good quality screamo stuff. This came out of nowhere. I actually follow the singer on Facebook and he was like, "Oh, new record's out." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Went and listened to it at work. Fucking amazing stuff, man. Screamo, there's a lot of good screamo coming out. So definitely get on
Hmm.
that if you're into that shit. Here's a record you might like, Extinction AD with To the Detest It.
That's dude. Because of all I've been out of sorts and not in my office this week, I haven't listened to anything that's on my list. Is it good?
It's really good. Yeah, it's different,
Okay.
man. Their record before this, or EP, I forget what it was really good. This is just as good, I think. Another record I cannot believe is not on your list. Fulci with Duck Face Killings.
You know what? As you said Dark Tranquility, I went, fuck, I forgot Fulci. I really like that album. I
Dude, it's
really do.
sick. It's really
It's
good.
really good.
What's his name was talking about it in Slack? I think Dom.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me fucking. I had it in queue, and I was like, let me go down to it because usually I put my queue in and I just go album by album. I don't go to the end. I start at the top and I just go down, delete what I don't like, blah blah blah. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go down to this. I put it on. I was like, yeah, I needed to listen to this.
Yeah, it's good, right? I mean, but Tim, weren't they? You know who I get them confused with all the time, and I know it's for whatever reason, the band Zombie, Zombi,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because they're an instrumental band. When I saw Fulci, I'm like, aren't these guys like an instrumental band? And then I put it on, I'm like, no, no.
yeah.
And also,
Heavy.
great title, Duck Face Killings, like great title, great title.
Yeah, it's funny because when you go to write fuck in your phone, it always writes duck.
Yes,
Now I write fuck so much it goes, or I write fuck so much when I write duck, it writes fuck
you're
instead.
right. It auto corrects.
It's
Yeah,
like my phone's like, wait a minute, what's going on here,
you
dude?
trained it the wrong way. Yep, yep.
Yeah. Another record you should check out, Nile, The Underworld Awaits Us All. It's fucking Nile. You know what you're getting.
What what number album is this from them? Are they in double digits?
It might be number 12, dude, at this point. That band's sick, dude. They're God, Tim is such a good drummer.
I Jesus, I tell the story. I saw them at Relapse, the Contamination Festival. They were touring off. I think it was from the banks of the Nephrim Ka. I
Oh
think
wow.
it was that long ago. Yeah,
Yeah, does Tim still play drums for them?
dude, I don't know. It's Carl Willits, right?
What, the drummer?
No, no. Who's the singer slash front guy?
Oh, I forget his name.
Well,
But
I definitely it's not Carl Willits. I want to say
Tim,
he's from
what's his
Folk
name,
Power.
played drums for them forever. He played in Dino's band, the death metal band he put out that had the ball
Divine
bag,
Heresy.
Divine Heresy. He played drums on them. I just forget his last name. It's Tim something, but the dude is such a good drummer. Fuck. Now it's gonna piss me off. I can't remember his
Hold
last
on. I'll
name.
find it. I'll find it. It is Tim Young.
Tim Young. There you go. Yeah. I wonder if he still plays in Nile.
No, the live drummer now is George Collius.
Oh shit. Okay, another great drummer. He's
Yeah,
a Euro dude, I think.
yeah. Man, I'm here. I'm saying Carl Willits. I was close. It's Carl Sanders.
Oh, Sanders. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
He is the other guy, and then the original other old guy was Dallas Toller Wade, was the other half of his. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but and then there's four records that come out that's the 30th that I know are going to be good. So I'll name them, but we'll talk about them in September. You have Nails with Every Bridge Burning, Throne Excessive Guilt, Teeth, The Will of Hate, and To the Grave, Everyone's a Murderer. They're all going to be good. I've
That's
heard
a new
songs
to the
from them.
grave. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. They're out
Okay.
of Australia. Really good fucking band. They're all
Yeah.
Unique Leader.
Yeah. They're we just talked about them. They were touring with Oshino and Victims. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so they're a great band. I used to be in a band in high school called To the Grave. So when I seen that, I was like, fuck yeah. And we were terrible, so
All
I
right.
have the demo of it. Dude, we actually did that band for a high school senior project.
No shit.
Yeah, we did like four songs, then we did a throwdown cover, and then we did a Bad Luck 13 cover. It's fucking horrible. I'll let you hear it
Uh,
one day.
I gotta find, I actually know where the tape is. I gotta convert it. I have a VHS tape. A bunch of friends and I played in the Battle of the Bands. I sang Bomb Track.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah, with Skinny J. Jesus, back in the day. Okay,
I
so
was in a Rage cover band as well in high school.
mean, aside from the guitar sounds, I don't remember it being overtly intricate.
Yeah, there's some of the funnest riffs to play, man. Especially
Yeah,
that first record. They're great
he's
riffs.
probably insufferable as a person, but their music is pretty damn good.
Yeah,
I
great.
wanted to go back to just revisit two albums. So the first album I want to revisit, and this is back on me going to see the Friday night date of This Is Hardcore, Florida's Domain, Life's
Oh
Cold
yeah.
Grasp out on Days. I went back and I've listened to it a couple times, and I will say this: it's good. It doesn't really capture how good they are live.
Mm,
They're live, they're that much heavier. And because I remember sitting through it and the whole set, I was kind of like, I don't remember it being this heavy when I listened to it. I mean, no shade, right? Maybe sometimes All Else Failed is another band where I can listen to them on recording, but live they're an entirely different monster. So
absolutely,
the
yeah.
Domain might be one of those bands, but I went back and listened to that album. And I've listened to it a couple times. I really enjoyed it. The other thing I went back and experimented with, and I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed it to the point where I don't understand why I wasn't as sold, not hated. I wasn't as sold the first time. Only the Strong, the new Trail of Lies album.
Mm.
I know there's a lot of people on the fence with his vocals, right? Because he has a very unique vocal sound. It's very, very hoarse, even. But that album was heavy, but in a fun way. It was hard. It wasn't heavy, it was hard in a fun way. Again, short songs, they keep it moving. And I went back and listened to it, and I thought to myself, I don't know why I wasn't so sold on this the first time because I really did enjoy it.
I
So yeah,
like
go if you like hardcore, go back and check those out.
I like their one record. I forget what it's called. So I have not listened to this yet, I'll be honest, and I will put it in my Apple Music right now and check it out. What's it called?
Only the Strong.
Okay. That's
And it's
easy to
not. I mean,
remember.
again, they're kind of like Hatebreed in the sense where they don't reinvent the wheel, but what they do is pretty damn good.
They don't need to reinvent the wheel. They're a hardcore band.
No, they're fucking. I mean, if Hatebreed did Satisfaction 12 times, nobody would have complained.
Exactly.
Nobody would have complained,
Nope.
right? Nope.
I
But
wouldn't.
we, I would probably have. I would actually probably have a Hatebreed tattoo that I've talked about doing for years. At this point, yeah, if they'd done that same album 12 times, yeah. There was a spot though where I was like, the hardcore Tony Robbins vocals are kind of getting to me. But yeah, so that's August. We're gonna pick it up again in September, and we're gonna have spillover from August again. Tim just rattled off 4 albums. Guarantee you, there's at least one more we're not even thinking about that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna name you 8 real quick. We're looking forward to God Dethroned, Many
Okay.
Eyes, Peeling Flesh, 156 Silence, A Killer's Confession, Void of Vision, High Parasite, and the Black Dahlia Murder. They're all gonna come out in September. I'm looking forward to all of them.
Jesus. Void of Vision is playing the August Burns Christmas Burns Red show.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's Void of Vision. So they do a different lineup Friday and Saturday, but I'm actually going to the Saturday because I really enjoyed it last year. And the lineup is wait a minute, Burns Red 2024. So on Friday the bands are Devil Wears Prada, a special guest TBD, Body Snatcher, Hill Haven, and Deadlands. I think if I'm reading that right. On Sat
Hillhaven?
Hill Haven.
The fuck kind of shit is that?
I think it's Hill Haven. Hold on. Hill Haven. Yep.
You gotta change your name. There's Will Haven and that's it.
It might be something. Maybe it's a Van Halen cover. I don't know. I don't know. Because they usually do something fun. So that's Friday. Saturday, and this is why I'm going Saturday. It's August Burns Red, obviously. The Ghost Inside, Gideon, Boundaries, Void of Vision, and this band, If Not For Me, which is probably a local opener. But Void of Vision, Boundaries, Gideon, back to back. Gideon puts on a fucking awesome show.
Yeah.
Put on an awesome show.
When is that again?
That is Saturday, December 14th out in Lancaster.
Oh, it's not too
So,
far.
nah, not for you. It's closer for you than it is for me. But me and my buddy Troy drive out, get dinner, do the whole thing, and then drive home. It's kind of cool. All right. New Breed _ podcast, Twitter and Instagram, newbreedpodcast@gmail.com. 267-297-4627 if you want to leave a voicemail, comments, complaints, concerns. Find us on r/new metal. Find us in our Facebook group. New episodes every Wednesday when I remember to release them at 12 p.m. New reaction vids every Friday at 12 p.m. See you next week. Jay and Tim, cheers.
Like